Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I'm pouring in the new rough and tough mold from Molds and Shapes, and this is the coaster mold, and I'm very happy to launch it. It's practically like the slates form they had, but it's deeper, and I'm very excited to pour in this because I really think it's a great idea to make the slates form in a rough and tough form and be deeper. So I thought I pour the dragon flower technique, and yeah, I was curious to see what's the outcome. So I mixed some black ink in my resin. The resin is the Art Pro resin from Resin Pro. So I added some black, and I have my clear resin, which is mixed with some inks in blue. So I'm filling up my mold a little bit, just the center, and then I'm doing this for the second coaster as well, exactly the same. Yeah, I was very, very happy when Molds and Shapes said they are ready with this mold, because I think it's a beautiful mold design, and yeah, having this now as a deep mold is fantastic. I'm very, very thankful to Molds and Shapes. Thank you. The technique I'm using here is, like I said, the dragon flower technique, and I've learned this at resincourses.com, so please check them out as well. And the inks are from Octopus, and for my white here, this white mixed with some of the ink, I used the casting craft. So now I'm starting pouring my pattern. And I'm doing these, yeah, I call them bows. I don't know how they are proper named in English language, but I call them bows. And I'm just pouring them around the edges. So I thought blue and black, they are just a nice combination, and I'm very curious what's going to be the outcome. Yeah, with this technique, you need to be very patient, drawing your little bows, your design, and not to rush too much, because I think, you know, it's always awesome. I guess I keep on repeating myself, just to enjoy your resin artwork. So I guess, almost done with my first coaster, and then I start pouring the same design in the second coaster. Yeah, this needs to close up, so, but I still have time with my second coaster. And sometimes it's not easy to draw this pattern, but I think the outcome is well worth it. And like I said, it's so much fun. It's also challenging. And when you look at the first coaster, you can already see how the resin is moving. It's doing its job. It's pulling through the center, and really the design is closing up, and I think it already looks amazing. There you can really see how resin is working, and it's so beautiful. I love watching this so much. It's amazing what resin does. It's such a nice medium to work with, and yeah, I'm really happy I found this almost 3 years ago. I think in August it's 3 years ago that I started my YouTube channel, and it's 3 years ago since I'm doing resin art. So my second design is done, and you see I could not make a time lapse. I waited till my pattern is closed up a little bit, but I needed my mobile phone for another pour, so Yeah, sometimes not easy then to make a time lapse. I hope you don't mind. And I'm also sorry speaking through my nose, but I'm still suffering a lot from hay fever. It's very bad for many people at the moment. I don't know why, but yeah, it hits us harder than normal. So now I'm doing my second coaster with this design, just to put a little bit more of the opaque white, or well, it's, yeah, you can call it opaque, because with the color, putting the color in there, it's looking opaque. And then I can just take my clear resin again with the hint of blue, and I'm really, yeah, I'm always nervous doing this, and I'm pushing this into the mold. And I needed to be a little bit careful because I didn't want to overfill this mold. So yeah, you need to just figure out, you know, how much you push in. And now I'm doing the same for the second one. Yeah, just filling a little bit up very carefully into the center. And then I let the resin get into the center so it closes up. And yeah, I decided to use some of the mirror glitter. I got a little bit from Sandra Rettig. She shared some with me when I visited her. When did I visit her? Last month, I guess, yes. And I will be putting this into the center of the mold. There I'm just preparing, yeah, I'm getting rid of my mess because I opened this jar and my glitter just went all over. But meanwhile, you can really see how the resin is moving to the center. That's why I left it in real speed. I didn't speed it up, so I hope you don't mind. It's just for you to see what it's doing in a real time. And I was busy anyway to clear up my mess in the background. Yes, these things, they're happening. So I think, you know, it's with every artist that not every video is just perfect or whatever. There's always happening something into the background. Yes, see it maybe from the shadow, from my movements that, yeah, that I needed to take care. But anyway, there's my glitter now. And you need to be very fast to make sure your glitter goes into the center, because when you don't mix it with resin, it spreads. So don't know if you can see it. It's starting, and then I really work it very fast into my mold or into the center of my pour. Well, hopefully the center, because sometimes it's very difficult to reach the center. I don't know why, but I find this with many artists as well, that there are a lot of times off center. And now I'm giving it a little swirl on the top, doing the same with the second one. And then I just take you down for close-up, and that was round about half an hour later, and you see how the resin has been working. When it's getting like a spider effect on the surface, it's very often a good sign that the resin really moved. So you see there's a very wispy spider effect. So now you can call me crazy. It was 4:30 in the morning. I woke up and I was so curious how they would look like. I knew they would be already hard, so they are not even bendy anymore, because it's quite warm over here and the resin cures much faster. So I guess that was now 10 10 hours after pouring. Normally the Art Pro takes 24 hours. But let's have a look and look at this. I think they are looking like stony flowers. It's a drain flower technique, of course, but with different molds you get different designs. That's what I figured out, and I love them. I love the rough edges. Look at that. And you can really see still through the edges, and this is what I like about this mold. And the outer ring looks really like long leaves or petals. Really love this. So this is really after demolding. I can tell you I went satisfied to bed because I was so happy that it worked out well. When you need to make or when you are doing a video like this with launching a mold, it's always, yeah, hopefully it turned out well. But anyway, this is the final result, and this is also the tray. I poured this a day before. So yeah, I think it's a nice combination. Anyway, just enjoy watching the rest of the video, and I say thanks for watching. Take care, guys. See you for my next video. Bye bye.